Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of Thrift Store Treasures, or whatever I decided to call this segment. I don't remember. I'll know when I upload the video. This is where I do like a little showcase of things that I pick up at thrift stores recently. I would love to do videos at thrift stores, but as I've said, it's very difficult to film because sometimes they're cramped or crowded or they're playing music and it's just hard to do it. I've tried doing it before, but unfortunately didn't really work out so well. But I have a bunch of things here. I have some games which I haven't really found in a while. Unfortunately, I am going to be cheating a little bit for this video, but I'll get to that in a minute. The games, unfortunately, did not come from thrift stores, but they came from other places. I'll talk about that when we get to them. But I do have some stuff that came from thrift stores. I got some tapes. Not many, just 3, so we'll get through these pretty quick. I found Dracula, the classic collection from Universal. Yeah, don't really see these very often. The Bela Lugosi Dracula movie. The ones that the angry video game nerd James Rolfe has, I think, a complete collection of. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Very good condition too. Like, look at that. Very, very clean. This was well taken care of. And now it is in my collection, where it will also be well taken care of. All right, Bela Lugosi, you go over there. The next one I found an old Tom and Jerry tape. Tom and Jerry Comic Capers. Ooh, I do love finding like little compilation things. Unfortunately, does not say which. Oh, it does right here. So we have Downhearted Duckling. I think that's the one with the duck. That's not the duck. That's a woodpecker. That's the one with the little duck fella. That sounds like Donald Duck in Tom and Jerry. Fit to be Tied, The Flying Sorceress, Hatch Up Your Troubles, Polka Dot Puss, and Puppy Tail. I don't remember titles of Tom and Jerry shorts. I remember things that happen in them, but there we go. Very cool to find stuff like that. And finally, I have The Year Without Santa Claus in the clamshell tape. That does not fit on the shelf at all. Yeah, always love finding these, especially since they're kind of hard to find these days. Good to get those Christmas specials stocked up. All right, so that's all the tapes. I have games left now. Like I said, I did not get these from thrift stores. I have two piles here from 2 different places. The first pile, if you've been watching this channel for a while, came from that place that was selling all their game collections and stuff. I've done these in toy hunt videos before. There's this place here in South Florida where they just bring out a whole bunch of bins of games and all kinds of other stuff, and they open it to the public, and people just run in and start grabbing stuff. I've done this twice before and showed off what I got in toy hunt videos. I did this again. I think they're starting to run out of stock, though, because it was kind of slim pickings, at least when it came to games. They had, like, anime statues and things, too, but I wasn't interested in that. But I did get quite a few things from them. It's mostly import games, except for this one. Blackjack for Atari. I do not have this game, and it was the only Atari game there. I do like the colors on this, though. It's very, very nice. The shiny greens and purples, very nice. I mean, it's probably just blackjack, nothing special about it, but it was an Atari game, and it was the only one there, and it was one I didn't have, so I figured, why the heck not? So there's that one. Next up, we have some Famicom games. It's Faxanadu, however this is called. I'm somewhat familiar with this game, but I don't think I ever really played it, but there it is. There's the Famicom version of it. I have this one, which I picked up just because of the title, Sky Destroyer. How could you not love that? He's the destroyer of the sky. This guy, whoever the heck he is, I don't know anything about this game, but like I said, just the title alone was incredible. Next one, I have. I don't think I'm familiar with any of these other ones. Fantastic Worlds. I think that sounds familiar. Some of these characters look familiar, but I've probably maybe not seen them. I do like this little guy though. This little cat fella with the glasses and the. Are those glasses or is that just? I like him. That's all that matters. He looks familiar. I'm pretty sure I've seen this character in something, but yeah. Otherwise, I don't really know much about this one, which is going to be a running theme for a bunch of these import games. Case in point, DBS, some kind of RPG. Again, don't know anything about it, but I was going to say I like the cover art. I like the artwork on this guy, but I don't know, the juxtaposition of this guy to the 8-bit world is kind of, not going to lie, it looks very bootleggy. It's not very great. All right, I'll put you back here where we can't see you. And the final Famicom game I got is this guy, Mr. Ninja Man, or whatever this is. Feel free to translate in the comment section. I don't know, is this Ninja Gaiden or something else? I don't know. But it was there, and it was one I didn't have, so I got him. Got quite a sizable import game collection, actually. All right, so these next ones I got from that place are Super Famicom. I've got this one, SD Gundam. It looks like. Oh no, that's Mazinger, and other robots that are not Gundam. Is this one of those crossover games with the mechs? I think it might be, but yeah, there it is. Super Famicom. Got that one now. I have, and I believe I picked up the first one of these in one of the previous hunts. Romancing Saga 2 and 3. Now I remember I do have the first one. I don't know anything about this game series, and I have all 3 installments, assuming that there are only 3 installments. Bomberman 3. Is this one that came to the U.S.? Is this Super Bomberman? I don't really know. I do like his little bunny friend that he hops around on. Wish they would use him more. I like him. But there it is. Bomberman 3. Speaking of 3, a lot of 3s in this collection. Got Romancing Saga 3, Bomberman 3, and now Dragon Quest 3. I have never played any of the Dragon Quest games, but I know they're really good. So maybe I'll do that on stream one day. But there it is. Moving down from 3 to 2, I have Street Fighter 2, regular Street Fighter 2. I think I picked up one of the other Street Fighters in a previous one. I don't know, but there it is. Street Fighter 2. People should know what Street Fighter is. Now we're moving back up with Final Fantasy V. Is this one of the ones that came to the U.S.? I don't know. The Final Fantasy import saga is very convoluted and confusing. I don't know if this is one we got in the US. Maybe it was we got 6 and then it went to 7 and then there was like a gap in between. I don't know. Again, feel free to chime in on that in the comment section. And then we're going from 5 to 2. This is Puyo Puyo 2. I think I got Puyo Puyo 1 in a previous visit to this place. I do kind of like the Puyo Puyo series. It's a fun little puzzle game, but I never really got that into it. I was more of a Tetris guy. Incidentally, there's a Puyo Puyo Tetris game, so you could play both at the same time. That's kind of fun. All right, so those are the ones I got from that place. These next games, actually, let me organize these real quick while I'm talking. These next games are from a place that I visited that was closing down. It was this place that was like way out of my way, and it was kind of far off, and it was small, and they were going out of business, and they sold games and DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, but unfortunately, I guess they just couldn't cut it, which is pretty typical for a lot of places like that, unless you have a really good customer base. But he was going out of business, so I decided to take a drive up there and see what he had, and he had quite a few things, but I didn't get a whole lot from him. Mostly just looking for stuff that I was missing. He did actually have a Famicom game. This is Gigi Kitaro, I think this is called. It's It's one of those anime series that's like been around forever. It's like Lupin the Third, you know, one of those types of things where like it goes way back, and every decade or so they reboot it with something. It's basically just like a little, I don't want to say like horror series. It's kind of tongue in cheek, silly, but it's got like, you know, yokai and everything in it. And this guy is the main character, and he's got a little eyeball friend that follows him around. And I haven't watched most of it. I just kind of know about it, but that was kind of a cool thing. We can add that to the Famicom collection. So how about we move from the Famicom to actual NES? Stealth. A game I didn't have. Don't know anything about it. What if this is Sky Destroyer? What if this just looks like a regular airplane game? What if this is this game but like imported? How funny would that be? It's from Activision, so nah, probably not. What does this one say? This is Taito. Nope, absolutely not. It is a different game. Man, that would have been real weird. But yeah, Nintendo game. Again, I kind of love... now that I've been collecting Famicom games, I love the aesthetic of Famicom a little bit more than my beloved NES, which I grew up with. But, you know, we got these. And I guess, you know, it has room for bigger artwork, I suppose. But knowing that the chip in here is really all there is, and this is all just empty plastic, feels kind of like a waste. I believe there are reasons. People were commenting about that a while ago. I know the NES was designed to look like a VCR, so that might have something to do with it. And I do know some games do have a bigger chip. Like I believe Legend of Zelda has a bigger chip because it needs the battery for the save. But yeah, I have come to appreciate the cool designs of the Famicom cartridges because of that. All right, so I have some Sega Genesis games. I have some loose and some in box. So let's take a look at the loose ones first. I have Izzy. This was the Olympic mascot for the Quest for the Olympic Rings. Yeah, this was the Olympic mascot for the 92 Olympic Games, I believe. What year did this come out? 92. Yeah, I believe it says 92 in there. Because then the next one, the Olympics are every 4 years, and the next one after that was 96. But yeah, this guy was the Olympic mascot, and they made him into a video game character, which is probably forgotten about by now. But there it is for the Sega Genesis. Next up, we've got Radical Rex. Oh, he's so radical. Look at him. It's a dinosaur on a skateboard. That is like instant money for kids in the 90s. Oh, so good. I've never played this game, but I've seen it, and the intro to it is amazing because he has a theme song, and it's like, Radical, Radical, Radical Rex. Love it. Absolutely love it. But as far as I know, the game is not that great because it's one of those like games that try to mimic Sonic the Hedgehog and be really fast and just didn't work out. Next up, we have Battletech. Is this a game of armored combat? Is this this is that board game or whatever? The Battletech. I know vaguely about what this is, so I don't know, but there it is. I have it, and maybe I'll play it one day. Next up, we have this handsome fella with his steed. This is Sword of Vermilion. That is a name that is very familiar to me, but I don't think I really know much about the game. I do like the artwork, though. Looks very good. I'm guessing RPG, perhaps? Maybe. The Sega Genesis didn't really have a whole lot of RPGs. I know there were some good ones, but if you wanted RPGs, you went with the Super Nintendo. And finally, and this was probably the best find at the store, Mutant League Football. Oh, man. So good. It's in one of these weird, elongated cartridges with this weird thing that's here. What's this all about? I don't know. But yeah, Mutant League Football. It's basically like violent football with these like zombie mutant characters. It's really cool. There was a cartoon based on it, and it's very hard to find nowadays. It's just a shame because I would love to check it out again. There was also Mutant League Hockey, I believe, and I think there was another game that was unproduced, but then like they came back with a game a couple of years ago on Steam. So that's pretty cool. It's very interesting and fun, very violent. and that's what we like here. All right, so now we have the ones that I have in cases. I always try to find Sega Genesis games in cases, but it's not always easy. I have Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego? Oh my God. Look, another one of the elongated things. Not a whole lot of graphics on this though, but you do get the detective's manual, and look how friggin' thick this sucker is. It's got a very hefty cover. I don't think I've ever played any of the Carmen Sandiego games. I watched the game show, and I watched the cartoon Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego, rather. Next up we have F117 Night Storm. It's another flying game. Looks like it's first person isometric. Let me have a look at this. Mimicked 3D graphics, it looks like, but oh no, they've dominoed. Oh well. Don't know anything about this, but it looks cool, and it has the manual and this and a whole poster. Let me see what this is. I don't think I looked at this when I. What is this? Get a clue. Tips and passwords for. Oh my God, what is this? It's like a. Oh, it's a hotline for game tips, and a big poster. Is there anything on the back? The back has plus. Does this actually give you any hints? Oh dear, it's from Electronic Arts. EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, I have to fold this back up. All right, well that is a Night Storm Striker, the Sky Destroyer, or whatever this was. Don't know anything about this one, but I have it now. It goes in the collection with the others. Next up, we have What in the Hell is This? Whack-A-Critter. And it has what appears to be the guy off of... where's that other cartridge I had? Oh, that was the Sega. It appears to be this guy again. Whacking... whatever this poor creature is. What is this? I don't even remember. Oh, is it literally Whack-A-Mole on the Sega Genesis? Wow, what a absolute waste of money this was. I'm so and the cartridge doesn't even stay in the slot. That's nice. I'm so sorry if you had this game growing up. What a wasted Christmas that must have been. All right. And finally, for the Sega Genesis games, I have Klax. This is a game I heard a lot about. It's a very famous puzzle game, but I never played it, nor did I ever own it. I had Zoop. Does anybody remember Zoop on Sega Genesis? I think it was on Nintendo, actually, also. But, yeah, Klax. It's just like a puzzle stacker game, I believe. Yeah, I think I have seen this before. It's like little things come down, and you got to match them up down here. Yeah, it's one of those games, but there it is. I do like the colors on this one. Very, very rad, very 90s, very, very radical, right? Radical Rex. All right, the next ones I have are PlayStation. Okay, so this one is PlayStation 1. The other two are PlayStation 2. Another one I don't know anything about, but I picked it up just because of the title. Ball Breakers. Oh my God, Ball Breakers. It looks to be some kind of racing game or some kind of fighting game. It looks like they're racing around. I don't know. I picked it up because it is called Ball Breakers. And that's all I know about this. But there it is. Next up, we have for PlayStation 2, I got Rygar, the remake of the famous NES game, which is about some Roman soldier who has a shield that he like throws, and it's on like a rope, and it can like it has spikes on it, and he uses it to attack and grab onto things. I remember seeing this game advertised, and that was actually the first time I heard about Rygar, because I didn't have the original Rygar on NES. I have it now, but I didn't know about it at the time. But this was the first time I had ever heard of Rygar. I didn't realize it was a reboot of Or maybe it's a sequel. I don't really know anything about this, but I don't know. I don't even know if it's any good. The original Rygar is a little weird, but it's not a bad game from what I've seen or what I've played. But I have that now. And finally, I have Final Fantasy 12. Right, not 11. 11 was the MMO. That was bad. This is Final Fantasy 12. I had not played this game. I think I've played exactly 2 or 3 Final Fantasies in my lifetime, and this was not one of them. The only one I played to completion was 10, and honestly, for as bad as some of the characters and the story was, the gameplay at least was good, so that had that going for it. This was 12. I don't really know anything about 12. It looks very bland at first glance, but I'm sure people really liked it. But anyway, that is my thrift store / game haul for this video. I guess in some ways it's kind of like a thrift store because it's a used goods, you know, kind of, sort of, maybe. Listen, it's my video. I'll do what I want, all right? But anyway, that's my haul. I can now put all this away and get it off my table. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know what you thought of some of these things that I showed off. And let me know if you played any of these games. Let me know if they're any good. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Radical, Radical, Radical Rex!